Yeah, we're doing a Red Sox recap for September 2nd game against the Guardians at Fenway. When you have your ace on the mound, you expect a certain thing. Generally, what I expect when I see Crochet on the mound is him getting nasty and getting 7 strikeouts. Sometimes that doesn't happen. I definitely didn't expect 4 home runs given up. Um, but it's a long season. That happens. Luckily for us tonight, the Sox bats definitely came to play as well. Um, Got a win. 11-7. There was some heart palpitations there, uh, but we got it done. Uh, a lot of hitting, a lot of hitting tonight. Uh, Lowe had a big home run, and then the hits just keep coming. Ceddanne is always, I always say ice in his veins with a home run as well. And then they just tacked it on towards the end there. Uh, so great win. Um, Not all wine and roses tonight. We're waiting to hear on Roman Anthony's oblique injury. He um, was at bat and struck out, and you immediately saw that he tweaked something. And the word from the Red Sox locker room as of now is just tightness. You kind of hope that that tightness doesn't morph into an actual oblique injury where there's going to be time off. I'm kind of, yeah, I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV, but I would hope there is a difference between tightness and an injury. I'm hoping the training staff, that's something they can get worked out in the next few days. I guess we'll see there. Um, the bullpen, definitely after Crochet got knocked around, second game in a row, we saw some good stuff from the bullpen. Um, uh, I'm very happy that we're in a position where we could sit Chappie again, and Bernie came in and nailed it down a pretty easy 1, 2, 3 there in the top of the ninth for him. So um, I'm sorry, I'm a little wonky. I've got a new setup. Not that I've done a ton of recaps before because we just started this thing, but I'm working with a new setup here that I have not used. So if it's a little wonky, that's why. That and uh, obviously you can tell talking to people is not my strong suit. So we're working on that. Hopefully it gets better. Um, uh, but we'll see what happens there. Um, and now my brain went blank. So that's great. No, a good, definitely a good win. Definitely, Cleveland, I think, is in some respects given up on the season. So I think I had a kind of an expectation that we might have a little easier time. I definitely didn't expect to see an 11-7 score. Um, I was kind of scoreboard watching during the game and saw that um, at one point Toronto was beating the Reds pretty handily, and then the Reds started to come back. Looks like I just had a chance to check the score there. 12-9 Blue Jays. So it seems like every time we lose, the Blue Jays lose. Every time we win, the Blue Jays win. So standings are staying the same there. Um, Looks like top of the sixth in the Yankees Houston game. The Yankees are up 6-0 there, so just keep an eye on that. So yeah. Um, uh, Sorry, guys. Anyone who may or may not be watching, you get up at 5:30 in the morning, and then you're doing podcasts at 9 o'clock at night, and then you're paying fries, and you don't know what to talk about. So anyway, other news. Um, Kyle Harrison, one of the big pieces we got in the Devers trade, he got called up. I think he'll see. Um, I would assume Toley's the next one up in the rotation. I don't think they would hold him out after his big strikeout game, but who knows? And then after that, I don't think anyone wants to see Dustin May. So I'd like to maybe see Harrison in that spot. See what he has. Hard to say what they'll do there. So big games tonight from the bats. Let's take a look at that. Slow computer. Red Sox. He was actually the guy that had to replace Anthony. He came in. He was 2 for 2. Had a run. Good for him. Bregman still is low key struggling. I know he's 1 for 5. He had a big RBI, but that's not what you expect out of him. Trevor Story, a couple hits, a couple RBIs. Again, I talked about Nathaniel. Heretofore be named as Natty Ice. Um, 2 for 3, 2 runs, had the home run, and an RBI. Romy, my guy, my prince. Uh, if you haven't seen, and to quote Bob Uecker, judging by the attendance, you haven't. I made a couple TikToks that I have a theory that uh, the front office made Romy shave his mustache in order to fit Peyton Toley's mustache in the locker room. I'm just going to keep going with that. I feel like he's a much better hitter without the stash. That's just me. 2 for 4 tonight. Had a run and an RBI. The shocking part of the lineup. Number one, Yoshida playing left field. But also, look at the stat line from Yoshida: 3 for 4, 2 runs. When's the last time Yoshida had 3 hits? Um, and then Rafi, 2 for 4, scored 3 runs, drove in 4 runs, and then we'll round it out with Los had 2 for 4. So on the whole, 18 hits, 11 runs tonight for the Sox. So that's tremendous offensive output. You would have liked them to not give up 11 hits. What do we say in baseball? It is what it is. Crochet, he did go 6. Uh, 4 Ks, which is low for him, obviously. 9 hits, 7 earned runs. Um, after he was done in the 6th, the combination of Whitlock, Slayton, Bernie only gave up 2 hits. So some major hiccups that I was concerned about, over the weekend. But definitely back. Seems like the bullpen is back. So that's good to see there. Tomorrow, looks like we do have an undecided. So I think I misspoke earlier. I think maybe they're looking to slot Kyle Harrison in the TBT role there, just to see what he's got in him. The Guardian pitcher beat Logan Allen. He's 7-10 on the year. He's got a 4.42 ERA. So definitely see what's going on there. Um, see what Harrison has. Again, he was the big piece that we got in the Devers trade. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I have run out of stuff to talk about. So I'm going to shut this down a little early and see if anyone did. Again, you can check out our little amount of content we have here on the YouTube channel. We also have TikTok, which I post a lot of uh, just like minor stuff, like minor funny stuff. Um, right now, it's mostly Red Sox stuff. I'll do in-game updates, like I did one with Crochet. I did one with Roman Anthony getting hurt. Sorry, my wife just popped her head out, and I had to tell her to not talk on the stream. So, yeah, it's the same um, handle as the YouTube channel is. It's just that Control Alt Dad podcast, all one word, and you can look us up. We just started last week, I believe. So not a ton of content on there, not a lot of followers right now, but that's something we're working on. We do a ton of stuff. Definitely Red Sox this time of year. Um, if there's superhero stuff, uh, like superhero movies coming out, we'll talk about those. Um, Superhero comics in general, we'll talk about. Um, there's we have a couple people that talk about gaming and collecting action figures, that kind of stuff. I'm actually looking forward to here once September gets going. We'll do. I've got a friend of mine who is a big um, whiskey aficionado, and so we're gonna do a podcast talking about whiskey. So that's going to be pretty awesome. I look forward to that if we can get that going the end of September. And then obviously with this football season starting, we're going to do some football takes and all that. I personally am a Buffalo Bills fan, so we'll have that the same kind of setup as the Red Sox recap. I'll do that. There's a one of my cohorts here is a Vikings fan, so he's looking to do um, something similar to what I do with his thing. It's going to be called Field Check. So we're working on the graphics for that. Um, we're gonna do like to do some streaming gaming on here. We'll see how that goes. I'm old. And still not be and still be young. So I don't do a ton of gaming. The one thing I do play is WoW. I'm not even really that good on it, but I did just get uh, War Within, the newest expansion in the state and that, so I might do some stuff with that. But definitely check out everything we have. And yeah, that's all I have for tonight. Thanks, guys.